Hello, everybody. It's a Wednesday evening, and what does that mean? Yes, it's another Duckhook show, and we have plenty to recap. We've got South Downs that happened this last Sunday, an eventful scoring, an eventful team series results. So we're going to break it all down. I have the crew with me, standing by, waiting to take you through the next hour and have a great chat. So if you're watching, thank you for watching, and if you want to comment, please do, so we can have a nice Duckhook community chat. Hello, everybody. All the winners here. Hello, winners.
Oh, am I a winner?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello, how's
look
it
at
going?
Yakumin's smile. Smile. Have you got rid of that smile yet? Has it sunk in?
Yes, it's like I know I couldn't stop smiling. It was like I got home and I ran to my mom and I'm like, "Mommy, guess what?" It was so nice,
I made
exciting.
history. That's what you did. 6-0,
Yeah.
if you didn't know what the Mafia did to the Mighty Ducks. I haven't heard from Paul Vellenkamp in a long time, and normally he's the noisiest on that group. Very quiet, Paul. Hey?
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm going to jump straight to George. George, another victory for you. A PB. I saw 75. Congratulations. That means you've won 4 tournaments in
Thank
4
you very
years.
much.
Well done.
Yeah, one a year. I think the nice thing is at least I've done one per kind of decent handicap drop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that for me is pretty cool. I'm not just winning because there's a handicap and lots of points on the table. At least I can still be competitive at a low handicap because it is quite difficult. I realize that now, but yeah, I can appreciate how hard golf can be when you are a single digit
Yeah. Yes, for sure. We'll show you everything, and if you have any questions for George, then throw them on the chat line. Andre, are you the first manager to beat the Gladiators? I'm actually not sure. What happened last year? Did anyone beat them? Are you the first one?
No, I think they did lose last year, didn't they?
I can't
I'm
remember.
not sure.
No,
No?
But
Okay.
anyway, I'm happy
no,
with
they
the
didn't.
result either way. I don't know.
Of course, you're happy with the result either way, you don't know, because that is a major. It's not a just, it's a 4-2 victory.
Yeah, no, it was a good one.
I
The
hope,
guys came to play.
I hope you have plenty to say when we go through the results. Flicky, welcome back. It's nice to have you back. Yes?
Thank you, Mazo. Yeah, it was, like you mentioned, an eventful South Downs yesterday or the day before. I called it State Mons. I don't know why, but yeah, it was eventful. I had a good week. The day before, I went to Ellis Park, partied a little bit too much. Was so happy when the rain came out, and did not want to play, and then everyone wanted to play, and yeah, in the end, it was such a great day. Played one of my best rounds in 2 years, so yeah, it was great. Loved it.
Good. That's good to hear. When Flicky phoned me on Sunday, he said, Maz, we have a situation. What are we going to do? It's still
Yeah,
raining. We don't know if we're going to start on time. And I was like, yeah, good luck with that. Bang. No, I kind of did
yeah.
say, if it's too long, then maybe just do 9 holes. It is a bit complicated because people are on different side of the golf courses. So to get a winner, I don't know. Huh? But luckily, this guy's opened and everybody managed to play, especially the guys in the chat line. Yes, Frana had a good game. Well done, Frana. Good evening, Ducks. He was in contention for a lot of it. Fats is watching as well. Played with Frane, had a great team game. I think they might have been one of the two to win their matches. But also in contention, nice to see. Fats, Hansi's watching. Hello, lads and lasses. At least he didn't say molasses.
Molasses.
Yeah, Kieran says, hello, champs. Vickers Lee says, goeienaand, ducks. Brian Owen is watching. Our new sheriff, if you didn't know, doing a great job. He's like, if you didn't catch that
Yeah,
sound.
nice guy.
Right? Yeah, he says, Evening Duck, South Downs is a nice track. First time playing it. Great company in my four ball. However, no one listened to me. Yes, you didn't know. He was the only one who could probably hear. Gerard Bezena says, hello, Ducks. Barry White says, hello, Ducks. Frana says, what is that? Good evening. And an eventful choking. Eventful choking, yeah. He's referring to the cricket that we just got smashed at. Yes, Vicky says, Jacomin is still smiling. Wait, hold on here. Hansi says, great to see Luke Donald captaining the European team again. The third time. How good is he? Sure. He's probably going to keep going until he doesn't lose. Mark says, how's it, Ducks? Hello, Brian. I was lucky day at South Downs. With you, correct? No one was listening. Barry's watching. Petro is watching. Mark is watching. Hansi, yeah, we're all there. Awesome. We're up and running. So, let's just dive a bit into South Downs quickly. Course condition, the day, break it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, let's do that quickly. So course condition was good. I think the rough was pretty rough. I know that we say that, but normally in January and February, roughs is great. But yeah, I mean, you struggle to find your ball, especially if you just off. The greens was actually very receptive. I really enjoyed attacking the flags. I think Ooghies that played with me would agree with that. We did some good hole hunting on that one, or flag
Yeah,
hunting.
for sure.
But then overall, fairways was good. Even after that quick storm or sort of rain in the end, it was really good. Really, really nice playing golf.
So Duckhook gets away with it once again when it comes to weather. Yo, I wish we could sell this. If you don't want it to rain at your golf day, invite us and we will come. It won't rain until you pay us. Then it rains. That's exactly how that will happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right.
Multis, yes.
I just wanted to say, I think I had a chat with Ryan as well, saying that, if it did rain out, you would have been the first to say that you are the good luck charm, in the sense of that every time that you're there, it doesn't rain. So I'm glad that it didn't rain out, so that, it's a Duckhook thing and not just a Maz thing, I'm just putting it out there. Thank you.
I would never say that. Anyway, we've seen the first one go by. Irene's coming up next Thursday. If you are playing, make sure that your name appears on the booking sheet. And then we move to Michali's. That's Sunday as well. So busy week next week because public holidays are on their way and we need to fit these things in. And there's a matter of a major, which we're giving ourselves a bit of a gap to get to organize because it is a bit tough when it's like Sunday and the major's on Thursday. I mean, there's a lot of admin that would have to go with that. So, CCJ coming up, and we have released the Sunday 1 qualifiers, and so far, so good. So, get booking. And I just want to throw out there, just to remind people, if you're going to book Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, you need to let us know because it doesn't mean that we will see that you booked into the field so late. It does happen once or twice. You didn't get me. I'm like, when did you book? Okay. Anyway, now you know. Let's get to George, right? Before we get to George, let's remind people of what the scoring looked like. Yes, George Hunter winning on a countback over Jan Venter. I think it actually went to the stroke 1, if I'm not mistaken. 40 points, -4. Well done.
Correct.
650 ranking points in your back pocket, as well as your 800 credits, which pretty much means, George, you're playing the major for free. Kind of, yeah. Kunrad Petrus Museum tied third. Fats tied third. Frana tied third. So close, but yet so far. Frikkie, well done. A top 10, your first of the season. Christian Nokia, Gerard de Bruyne carries on his good form and consistent form. Kevin O and Mark McConaughey. Well done, everybody. George, I'm sure everybody wants to see your scorecard, so I'm going to put it up and you can give us some highlights of this scorecard. What a round! First of all, 75. You must have been ecstatic with that.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously was a personal best. I think it was just really nice because I also got there and didn't actually expect to finish the day. We teed off super late and I was part of the last 4 ball. So it was really just kind of, if we play 9 holes, we play 9 holes. If we play 18. And I think, again, if anyone's played, call it their personal best, it's normally on a day when you're quite relaxed and not stressed about everything. So I think kind of going into that mindset really helped. But yeah, I'm very happy with the scorecard. I mean, the double at the end really sucked, but I'm not going to complain.
Was that your final hole?
Yep. The last hole, I was 1 over going through 17. And then the last hole, I saw the cameras come out. So, nerves happen. Golf happens.
The cameras come out is the key word.
Yeah.
If you wanted to know how George has done in his career, we said that he had won 4, but have a look at this quickly. Back in 2023, the Summer Cup, George rocked up and shot like 48 points or something crazy. We thought, who the F is this guy with this on a 30 handicap shooting so many points. But wait for it. By the time he won Reading, which was like 6 months later, he was on a 13, which is unbelievable to have to drop, what is that, 17 shots so quickly. 2025 on the Thursday League again, Royal West on 9 handicap. I think he won an even par that day. And then again, South Down, 7 handicap. So that is, tell us a bit about how are you getting so good so quickly? Do you practice? Do you play every day? What is your success story?
So for reference, obviously that first one, that Summer Cup when I was a 30 handicap, was the year I actually started playing golf. So I was obviously just very honest with my score. Like I didn't try and cheat the system. I counted all my duffs, I counted all my shots, and that's why the handicap was so high. If it was out of bounds, I counted my drop. I didn't pretend to play better golf than I was playing, which obviously just helped kind of progress the career. So I knew when I was playing better and scoring better, I was actually playing better, not just lying to myself. What helped a lot was nerding out with things like fitting proper clubs, getting the right clubs for me, the right shaft for my swing, nerding out which ball works better. Do I need low spin off a drive, high spin on greens? And, in the beginning, it seemed like such silly stuff because I wasn't scoring anything, but I realized the right equipment helps a lot. I mean, I've spent a lot of time with Donnie. I mean, before South Downs, I think that Monday before, we spent 2.5 hours just tweaking a driver, not fitting a driver, just
Wow.
tweaking the one I have. That makes a huge, huge difference and has made a difference, apparently. So that was one thing. And then, yes, I'm fortunate that I do play golf. Well, at that point, I was playing once or twice a week. Now I'm trying to play even more. Signed up to Royal Joburg as a member. And I'm literally trying to play golf at least 3 times a week and try and get to the range, get to the putting greens, chipping greens. That short game really, really makes a difference. And you just shave points off. A shot this big counts as much as a drive. So
Yeah.
they all need to be important. They all need to be dialed in. But I think, if I'm dead honest, what has made the biggest difference for my golf game is mindset. I have Africa this year. I nearly quit golf. I was like, I'm 100% done. I'm 100% done with this game.
Yeah.
And I've gone through like these ebbs and flows of wanting to quit golf and wanting to join Sunshine Tour. It's either one or the other. And I really, really spent a lot of time this year focusing on mindset and being positive on the golf course. And if a bad shot happens, it happens. Like even coming down the 18th off the tee box wasn't good. And I was like, it is what it is. If I find my ball, I find my ball. If I don't find it, I don't find it. And I don't let it become this detrimental moment. I just take it as it is. And what's the next solution? I do play smarter golf. I don't just try and attack the greens. I leave myself in better positions as consistently as I can. Like I'll take my punishment. I don't have to hit through a window. I'm very good with my irons now, so I'd rather leave myself 170 in than try and hit through a window and leave myself 60 in. I know for a fact I'm better further away, so I can try more. So all those small things have kind of accumulated into something a lot more successful.
I'm going to go on the back of it's a mindset thing. And I'm going to bring you into this, Frikkie, because you've come into the season with a slight disadvantage and a mindset. How has that changed you to now up your game?
Yeah, man. So you know my feeling. I was very nervous when this happened, but I mean, it happened. So obviously, with me getting the fitting with Donnie, I mean, we spent like 4 hours on that day just with the ZXIR clubs, and I went to him for the woods as well. So driver and fairway woods. So it's a lot of time and effort and a little bit of money. But I said to myself, you have to do that. I initially pulled out from a team series because I didn't want to have a disadvantage in a team series. As an example, I didn't want to cost my teammates. Um, Andre obviously bought me and changed my viewpoints around this. So obviously with me and Donnie also in our team games, we won our first game, and it's a lot of talk. I was, like I mentioned, I was negative, but Donnie also helps you to get to that point where you can shift that mindset and say, "What you can do that. You've done it once or twice in your life. Just make it now more of a consistent thing in the end." And yeah, equipment does help. But yeah, just don't go for the big shots if you don't have to. Ogies will know that there's a couple of bad shots that we had. Just put it in place, and anything from about 100 meters less, you can stick it to the flag like this and still make par. I'll take that par five as an example. So, yeah, mindset change definitely worth it, and it's required to do
Shall we give a
if you want to
shout
play
out to
there.
Strixon, seeing that you both went into Strixon bags and bought everything, and look how your game changed.
Yeah,
They're
Mazo,
incredible irons.
from my point of
Yeah.
view, yeah, from my point of view, I mean, I had the ZX I5s, and it didn't gel so well with me. But the IR definitely. I mean, in my life, I mean, the contact, even if you have a bad shot, it's still good enough to get to where I was with the previous clubs that I've had. So, kudos to Strixon for making these clubs. It's for me, it's really awesome. And George, you can take it further from this side.
Yeah, look, I mean, I didn't win the season, but I did buy myself the ZXi 7s. I enjoyed the five shooting, but the sevens were, call it the perfect fit for me. And you can just shape them a little bit better, which also means if you don't have clean contact, it's shaping whether you want to or not. So, yeah, but I mean, they've treated me well so far. And even my driver is a Strixon ZXi low spin. So, yeah, I can highly recommend Strixon all round, to be honest.
Nice, good to hear.
Absolutely.
I think I might just edit this little piece and post it as is.
Yeah.
Vickers Albert says, consistency is the name of the game. On tour, if your win ratio is 10%, you'll be considered one of the best to ever do it. So that's true. Consistency all the way. What does Auntie say? Yeah, most golfers felt the same like you, George. Can think of one already. Hint, hint. I'm married to her. What is he saying, Yakumin? How many times have you quit and come back?
Oh, I
Well,
can think
Auntie
of a few.
saved my bag. I think a few times that I want to throw it into a dam, or a river, and then I've said I'm done. I'm not doing this again. I'm broken. And then he will say, "Let's go play golf fields," and then I play well again.
Here we go. Yeah, that's why we love it, people. That is why we love it. Let's move on and see what else happened. We have to give a shout out to Jan, because what a round of golf, Jan. A 75 as well with his 7 handicap. Unlucky that he didn't make it on the at the end of the day, but great round there, Flicky.
Yeah, Maz, I think he started also on the first, I think it was, not starting that well, but yeah, closing out in the end with, the couple of pars in the end, or a birdie and a par, the net 3 points, and just getting so close. I went to him, after the game and said to him that was so close. He mentioned that he had a couple of bad tee shots, on the course, but yeah, he was overall very happy. And yeah, I think he also played off a 7 handicap, so yeah, it's good golf from Jan.
100% good golf. Let's move to the pin winners. These are the pin winners, starting with the par 3 fifth, which is Bobby van der Spey, the Marla Tours voucher. So he gets himself some credits there that he can use. Is he coming on the elements?
I don't recall seeing his name. I think he was, maybe. I can't remember now. Eh?
Don't forget, Bobby, if you are, you can use some of those credits. Let's check the rest of them. Par 4 7th is the closest in 2. PJ Arman took that one. And then Jan Venter taking the par 3 10th, closest to Zippen. Very nice, gentlemen. Very, very nice. Where are we going now? 4 ball winners.
Okay. Mazo, just
Yes.
quick one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Before we now I show PJ's picture. Mama, is PJ sharp? Hy het vir my gesê hy sharp. Is hy sharp?
Yeah, hy's sharp. Hy's okay. Tender, but he's fine.
Did you break him?
Can we talk about it, please?
No.
Can we talk about it, please? Oh, damn.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Give us a highlight.
Yes. So,
I don't
Maz,
know if it was on the last hole.
Yeah. Okay, you can go. Go for it.
No, no, no. I'm just asking, was it on the last hole? Because I can't remember where it happened.
Ooh, now
So
I'm
you can
interested.
tell
Yeah,
it.
I think it was 7.
Now I'm interested.
7. No,
Yeah.
8. Sorry.
So So what happened is PJ, while we were at the prize giving, PJ comes there with his bag, but he's like, it looks like he's crying. Mama's like, is everything all right? And he explains to us that he was on this, let's say it's a 17th, and yeah, Kobus Kruger hits a drive and the comes low. And when PJ looks at the ball, it hits him in the knotters, and
Oh,
he goes down
no.
there. And yes, so it was a bietjie blou ballas gehad. Ballas, hè? Mama, I don't know, did you look?
No, you didn't wanted me to.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's a
PJ.
guy.
You must listen out when they shout for. Okay.
I don't
PJ
think they
just
You
said
did.
didn't
talk
shout
away.
for. You didn't see him.
It happens. It happens. At least it hit him on the bounce and not direct. That would have been a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Football Alliance. Vats, Frana, Ryan,
correct.
Leon Fanada took the Football Alliance with minus 1991 points. Good effort, everybody. I think this was very close. Not very close. They won their team game, Fats and Frana. And then once that was done, then the wheels came off a bit, as far as I've heard. Yeah. Best of the
Correct,
par
yes.
threes. Here we go. Kevin O taking a -3 on the best of the par threes with 11 points. Kun Senior doing well off the Reds. I think he plays off the Reds now. Make it a bit easier for him. Jan is featuring -2. And then George -1. Tell us about your par threes, George. You obviously made a bogey on the first one and then pulled yourself towards yourself.
Yeah, I think the first one I parred because I started on the 10th. Trying to remember the other side.
Oh, I see. There's only one on the
I
front
mean,
side. Okay.
trying to remember which one I bogeyed. I can't actually even remember.
That would have been
Yeah, they
that
were
like
okay. I
one
think the one that
surrounded
I
with
bogeyed.
water.
Yeah, I can't honestly remember what happened. I think I hit it short and then I had to chip on and I had two putted. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing major, nothing exciting, nothing to write home about.
Okay. You just could have shot 74. Minus the other one.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I left a lot out there, make no mistake. I did shoot a
Yeah.
PB, but I left quite a lot on the course.
Yeah, it just shows you. Best of the par fours. Fats, -8. What a
Yeah.
round on the par fours. Look at that. First, third, six, seven. 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. 2 points, 3 points, 3 points, 2 points, 3 points, 3 points. That's unbelievable. I don't think I have seen much better than that on the best of the par fours. Well done. Frikkie, -4. Take us through that on your par fours.
Yeah, man, I started on the first great fadish drive next to the hole. And yeah, I need to mention this. I probably had about a 1 meter, let's say 1.5 meter putt for the birdie. And then Sorrel with his 40-odd handicapper comes from the bottom of the green and he boxes that one for a birdie. So we lost that one. But yeah, that was a good birdie. Oki obviously was not so I think I three putted that one. Can't remember what happened on that one. But then overall, par threes was quite steady. I mean, obviously we played our team game against Yaku, and yeah, Yaku brings the best out of me, eh? So, but
Obviously.
yeah, -4 on par fours is pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I think George is going to feature on all these things. You -3 on the par fours. Well done. Any particular, let's just put that back. Any particular things? No, just 12, 15, 18. Great.
Yeah.
Very
Just
nice.
again, it was just one or two unlucky ones. It was that pretty short par four. I left it. I was center of the fairway. I just got too aggressive with the chip, rolled over, coming back onto the green, rolled past. Silly mistakes. But again, I did take a lot of chances, like when there were blind shots, because I didn't know South Downs. There's that one par four. What is it, the 12th hole? Didn't really know where the green was, so I just tried to hit a drive over the trees and attack the green. That worked because I was next to the bunker, not pin high, but I was, could have landed on the green, chipped on, made a par. Happy days.
Happy days. At least you made the par. I was just about to say, you're on 71 now. All went well.
Yeah.
Best of the par fives. And Meredith -3. Bobby van der Spey -3. Dean Vellenkamp -3. Frana -3. Mark -3. A whole host of guys on -3. I don't have space, so I just put Anthony. There he is. All happy. right that he's played well on the par
I
five.
just mention,
Mm.
yeah, just a mention for Dino there with his 5-pointer, eh?
Yeah, tell us about it. There was a
I
video going around.
actually,
Maybe.
yeah, I think it was the eagle, eh?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder from how far. If anybody knows how far that was, that'd be nice to know. Yeah. Always good. Who's made eagles? Let us know on a par 4. I have not. Anyone on this group made an eagle on a par 4? Fricky's one. Jacomin?
Copper.
No,
No. George, you must have.
No, come close. Made birdies, but no eagles on a par 4.
It's coming. It's coming. Tick it off
Not
that
yet.
list
They're coming.
of things to do in golf. Eagle a par 4, or albatross a par 5, something like that. Let's move on to the best of the front 9. Well, Christian Jokia, -4. Well done on the front 9, 22 points. Kun, senior, having a good day. -3, Fricky. Also good front 9 for you. George also features on this one. And Juliet, nice to see you, -1. Mooi.
Lekker.
Okay, we're moving on. Back 9. Here we have it.
Yes.
Mark
Right.
takes it on -4. Front on -3 also on all the stuff. -3 for you, George, on the back 9. And then Jan, -3. And then, yes, Wiggies. You didn't make any of them. How did your day go? Just looking at this.
no, not so good. Okay, that sort of won us some holes. So for the match play, I did my part, but the rest of them that wasn't 3-pointers, they were not good at all. So I think I ended up about +9, and I just made sure that I spread my bad shots across the par 3s, 4s, and 5s.
Okay, that's a good plan. That's a good,
Yeah.
very good plan. Spread them out over everywhere.
Yes.
What does it all mean, gentlemen and ladies? When it comes, we've played 3, can you believe it, Sunday 1 games already. Gerard de Bruto still leading the way on 77 and 106 points total. Then Frane is on tied second with Fat, 73. Kun, 72. George jumps up 71. Looks like it's your second game of Sunday 1. Henry Sim hanging on, tied 6 with a whole host of guys. Justin, Martin, and Cardle. Chris Swanepoel having a good season so far. 70 points for all of them. And then Jan Venter, 69. We're tied 10th. Now, what does it all mean when it comes to the player of the season rankings after 7 tournaments? Eddie Kutzer still leading the way on an average of 324. Only plays the Thursday League, so as he plays, we'll see how that reflects after Irene. Nuki Janssen also Thursday League. Josh also Thursday League. So they will move about after Irene. Sheldon, nice game. Played 1. Got some points. We haven't seen him then. George, there you are, 5th. Average of 194.83. Gerard Bruto slipping, but playing more than most. And I think he's got the most ranking points overall, if I'm not mistaken, 1,166. Equipus Erasmus, after his flying start, struggling a bit. It's called golf. Chris Heron still hanging on in the top 10, and Vickers Alberts hanging on in the top 10. So well done. Lots of golf to go. 7 out of 41. There's still plenty of golf. But it all accumulates, or is that the right word? For the Masters, which is coming on the 26th, which is a Thursday, don't forget, because we cannot get that golf course, CCJ, any other time. Can't do Friday, can't do weekends, can't do Tuesday. So Thursday is the only day that they said we could possibly do. So thank you in advance for making a plan for those who are going to play on a Thursday, just like an extra Thursday league or something. But this is what we have up
Absolutely.
for
And
yeah.
yeah, it's going to be an awesome course. CCJ would meet. We've played there once, and yeah, it's looking forward to that one.
I think it's going to be a treat for many of the people, especially those who have not played there and has their first opportunity to get onto the course. So enjoy it. Fricky, you might be glad to know, as before I say that entry to the Classic is the main prize, which everybody wants. That is worth 7,500 Rand. It's a good prize to win. It looks like I'll be playing the Masters. I am in the qualifying position so far.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm around.
How'd you get
I'm there, I'm telling you. I just need to play well at Irene so I can stay there. But what's also happened is a lot of people play on Sunday 1 and Thursday, and they've already qualified or got more points on Sunday 1, so it leaves a couple of open spots for Thursday. So in saying this, if you want to qualify for the Masters, maybe you should play Irene and have a top 10 finish. You never know if you could get in. There are 2 opportunities left, Irene and Michalis, to get into CCJ. So even if you don't play those leagues, this is the reason why you're going to play those leagues. Right? Right.
100%.
George, have you played Woodmead? Should we know if you're going to win or not?
I have. My business partner is a member there, so I've played there a few times.
So you have a couple of practice rounds coming up?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of sneaking one in before the 26th. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you see.
If the entry to the Classic is on the line, I wouldn't mind a couple of rounds.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw out, there's a word that comes with George, and that is golf nerd. I won't be wrong, am I?
No.
No.
Proper golf nerd.
Yeah.
Let's see what
George, do you have a
trying
stats?
to be at
Do
least.
you have like an Excel spreadsheet?
No. I don't have a spreadsheet. I have got most of my scorecards, and I am the guy that fills in. Well, before the new HNA app went retarded, I always fill in every scorecard with all the shots and keep track of that so I can see like how I did. I've also got like a Garmin golf app that tracks my shots so I can see where I missed or where I played, where I can play better on certain courses. So I do have a look at a little bit of stats here and there. But I'd say the thing I'm most nerdy with is just trying to figure out what I hit my clubs. What distance my 9-iron goes uphill or into the wind, or I think that makes a huge difference, especially for me.
I was chatting to a coach that coaches many of the professionals today, and we had asked him what was the one thing or one piece of advice that he would give amateurs. And you know what he said? Any guesses?
Know your
Focus
distances.
on your own distance.
He said take a club extra. He said amateurs should always take a club extra because 1 out of 10 they'll actually hit the distance that they think they can hit that 7-iron, but the other 9 times they don't flush it as they should. So by taking an extra club, you are now in the favor of the 9 out of 10 and not the 1 out of 10. So I thought that was very interesting because I think a lot of us are stuck on like, I hit my 6-iron 160. Yes, but you might hit it 2 or 3 times 160, and the others you're going to hit it 145, and then you short of the green in the trouble. So that made a lot of sense. Let's just hope you don't flush the 6-iron.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, says CPT DJ69. I don't know who that is, but thanks for watching. We probably do know someone. It's probably Divan. Eagle was on the par 5, chip in from 15 to 20 meters out. So he's made an eagle in a par 5. But what does Fat says? It
I
does
think
help
it's-
to basically drive par 4 on a par 4. Yes, that does help for the big hitters out there if you can get it close. Yakumin?
I think that CPT, it stands for Captain DJ69.
So who's that?
I also think he's
Is
talking
he a-
about Dean's 5-pointer was an eagle.
Dean. It's about Dean,
Okay.
but
Yes,
he's
yes.
eagle.
Brian
Correct.
is asking, George, will you do your fine tonight? That's all he's saying. And then it follows up with, drink your fines. Duckhook Group is on archive when it comes to George. He just checks it once a week. I'm pretty sure.
They pops
Yeah,
up
I'm terrible
every
on
now and
it,
again
sorry.
in the comments.
Sorry
There's
in
something
advance and
about the
forever.
fines.
Yeah, I see this. That's not his only comment. Consistency, drink your fines. Yeah. Yes, okay. I'm sure there's nothing left at the moment. Right, let's move on to, how long have we been? 35 minutes. Let's move on to the team series, everybody, and break down what actually unfolded in the team series this week. When Frikkie phones me and he says, oh, we're probably not going to play, I said, oh my goodness. That means a team series doesn't play. Now, where are we going to fit this extra game in? We're really struggling for time. So luckily, they managed to play. And luckily for Yakumin, she managed to play because, as you can see, there's 6 zip on the right-hand side for the Mafia. And then 4-2 for the Gladiators, losing to Cracktain. Mafia, 100 credits. So, Joachim, you made plenty credits in match day 2.
Yes, sir. I need that.
Yeah, you did need it. Gladiator is 50, Mighty Ducks 30. So luckily, the Mighty Ducks had plenty credits beforehand, so they can keep going. We don't know yet. It's still a while away of who is going to be not playing. We know there's 4 that got relegated, so there is definitely 4 up for grabs. So when it comes April, make sure you book, put your name in the list so that we can include you into the auction for around match day 3, and then we take a break from the team series. I like this. This is very cool. A Mafia handing Vaseline to the Mighty Ducks. Very nice. Keep them coming, everybody. Keep them coming. Right, let's break it down. Okay, we're going to start with you, Madame Mafia Boss. Brilliant. The score's all on the right-hand side. Would you like to pick out any specific ones? Nice to see Hansi and Leon beating Albert and Gary after they had a bonus point victory in the previous round. And then yourself, 3-1. Were you happy with your win? Also against good opposition.
You know, I had one goal, and it's not to relegate my partner. And we actually did pretty well. Me and Donovan played so lekker. In the beginning, I was nowhere, and he was there. He put so much pressure on that 2 guys. And then he was like, fell out of the bus a little bit, and then I was there. So when every time it was crucial, one of us was there the whole time. We didn't give them a chance.
Nice. Sudesh.
So, but I'm so proud of the guys.
Yeah. And it's not big scores, it's except for the last one. But 2 up for
Yeah.
Sudesh and Jacobus, 2-1 for Brandon and Justin, 2-1 for Rudolph and Barry, and then 5-4 for Henry and Marius. So well done. Very good, very good. The only thing you're missing is relegating people, Jacomin.
Yeah. Yeah, we need that,
She
and
didn't
we
want
need
to
more birdies. Bonus points and birdies.
Let's have a look what it all means. So, winning credits from match day 2. Those are all the guys who won their matches. So you earn 60,000 credits from your wins. And then birdies, you earned 6,000 credits extra. So a total of 166,000 credits coming your way into your, what do you call it, Frikkie? Maxi Spar
What?
account. Maxi Spar account.
Well, a Maxi account, yes.
Ja,
R50 in your Maxi Spar.
Yeah. We'll show the Mighty Ducks to show them that they hardly made anything. They Dean got an eagle, so he got 5,000 credits, and then they made a lot of birdies, 12 birdies at the end of the day. They didn't get any player wins, so sorry for you. So they only made so they're 30,000 for coming fourth, plus 17, 47,000. So luckily they have some credits to spare. We'll see what the credits are standing like at the end of this. Quacktane versus Gladiators. Are you ready, Mr. Andre, to take us through this? Here we have it.
I am. Yeah, so when I first look at the scores, it was only about halfway, and it was pretty much exactly as we finished up. So our match was up and down the whole time, especially in the beginning. As soon as we got it back to level, they would go 1 up again. And then I think after 6, we went 1 up, and we never let that go. So that was quite good.
Yep.
Then obviously there's some big scores there. Vickers and Glenn almost getting another relegation there. Kevin and Carl, I know Carl made 4 birdies, so kicking out Vaughan and Ashley.
Can you believe it? That
Then,
Vaughan and Ashley are out.
Yeah. And then Ryan and Leon, I mean, Fats and Frano were both leading at a point in time, so it's always difficult playing against a team with the 2 of the leaders. Jan and Werner, 4 and 3, also good there. And then just another loss there at the bottom for Granville and Tommy.
Sure.
But yeah, overall, I think everybody played awesome.
Yeah, Vickers and Glenn could have almost put in another relegation there if they won 1 extra hole.
Yeah.
That would have been nice, wouldn't it? George, now that you've won, I'm sure that if you play in the next one, the managers are going to be chomping at the bit to grab you.
I mean, just going to throw out there, don't forget my handicap's probably going to get cut. So it's going to be pretty hard to win in a team game. I mean, I'm always keen. I always love an extra challenge, but that handicap makes a big difference. But as always, I'll always show up and do my best, and most certainly try and kick whoever's ass I'm playing against.
For sure.
Yeah.
I just see a Flano saying, look at this for a different game. Fats drove 3 of the par 4s on Sunday. Holy hell.
Flip.
Just like
Just like it. I don't even know what that
That's
is.
which
impressive.
ones were that? Number 1, number 6. Yes, I guess. Biggie Farrow.
Glenn says, well, Vickers played like a champion. We all saw his video afterwards. He was just full of praise for Vickers. Nice. And then
Yeah.
Karen echoes my sentiments. Ash and Vaughan need to repent for being relegated. So now they are open cards. So will they go back to the Gladiators? But they're not back for the next one. So they can only come back for round 2 of the matches. They have to sit out and wait their turn again. So I'm sure they will be picked up again. Very nice. Let's see how the credits looked after that. Quacktain, you can take us through it, Andre.
Yeah, so always nice having four teams winning. So that's 40,000 there. Got a bunch of birdies, Jan Frikkie 2 each, Granville Vickers, and as I mentioned, Carl making 4, and then Kevin and Carl getting some bonus points. So yeah, not too bad.
145 total for you. Let's have a look at the Gladiators. The Gladiators, I think that spreadsheet stopped working, that shared one that Yaku has, once he had to put this all in. He might have just disconnected that link in his, like, what's it called? His, I've lost the word now. But there we have it. 20,000 only for his 2 wins. Credits. But lots of birdies. I think they topped the birdie list, 14 in the end, for 14,000 extra. And then a bonus point victory for Frana and Fats. So not too bad at the end of the day, 104,000 credits. What does that mean? From a credit standing point of view, before anybody gets sold, wow, the Gladiators 156,000 credits. Don't think there's going to be any big spending there. Mighty Ducks 130, but the big spenders could be Quacktain or the Mafia. Quacktain's got 223,000 and the Mafia 214,000. Yakuminyo, you haven't seen so many credits in your life.
Yes, I can't believe my eyes. It's just like there's too many.
Let's look at the
I'm going to
standings.
spend it.
Spain.
Big spender. This is what the standings look like. Quacktain's on 10.5 once we add everything together. And the bonus points, Mafia 7.5. Gladiators sitting in 3rd position. Can the managers keep the foot on the throats when it comes to the Gladiators? And Mighty Ducks are pulling the Quacktain of 2025 and holding up the back of the field. But I'm sure things will change for sure. No. Cool. So
Absolutely.
that's everything I have, ladies and gentlemen. So I would like to spend the next 5 minutes having a general chat. Ooh. Hold on. Somebody's trying to call me. I'm doing a show. You can't call me now. Hold on, let me hang up before this program decides to die. There we go. Let's see if there's any more comments as we go. Yanni says, hello, boys, bit late. Meneer Jan, we've already spoke you up. How awesome you played. You missed it. Thanks.
Sorry. Nee.
Sorry, no. Frikkie, give us a topic to talk about quickly. Put you on the spot. Anybody?
Yeah, so now that I see Jenny, when I teed off, she came to me, said, it was nice that I've been chosen for the Quacktains and I'm going to get regulated and all that kind of stuff. And I just want to mention to her, thank you for saying that. But just remember, you came this close to being regulated. I'm just saying, watch this space.
And in the team series, relegated from the event. Regulated is something completely different. No. George, I want to know, what's your goals going forward? I mean, are we going to see you? How long will it take you to get to scratch now? What do you think is the things that you need to work on to save those 3-4 shots?
I need to avoid double bogeys. I I'm very much playing a golf that's a tale of two nines at the moment. Like I'll shoot 35, 36 and 44, 45. You know, it's a little bit frustrating, but I can see I'm leaving a lot out there just with silly doubles or, you know, the occasional triple that sneaks in. So it's just honestly fine tuning. I need to get myself a gap wedge. I don't have one. So it makes it difficult when I've got 110 in. I'm trying to hit like a soft pitching wedge or a very hard sand wedge. So, you know, it's a silly thing there. Maybe lose the hybrid, get a 5 wood, and then just spend time on the range and putting and chipping green, just really dialing it in. Like I said, I can see the ability to shoot level par or under. Just need to avoid silly mistakes or accept the bogeys and get more birdies.
I reckon 72 within the next 3 months. You think that's a fair statement?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's fair.
I'm going to say the same for Fricky. Fricky, what's your lowest ever?
That was just before I got my first clubs. That was 71 at Beaconwood. Yeah,
Oh,
that was my lowest. That was what, 5 years ago? Yeah.
okay. So you've got it in you.
Yeah, I mean, look, that was the last time. Well, not the last time, but I mean, just before I got the ZX i5s, that was my last game there at Beaconwood. That I mean, everything just worked on that specific day. I don't know what happened, but I think the clubs knew that I was getting rid of them, and then yeah, obviously it didn't work. But yeah, that was the lowest. I think my second lowest was a 74, also at Beaconwood.
Sure.
So yeah, if we play at Beaconwood, maybe I can shoot that. You know, can we play more there? Yeah.
Maybe we should do the Summer Cup there. Not Summer Cup, the Players' Champs. I don't think we have a course for that yet.
Yeah,
Should go back to Beacon.
yeah, please. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like to play there again.
Yeah. Vickers Albert says, we as the Mighty Ducks are regulated.
Yeah.
Hansi says, good luck to all the guys playing club champs this week. And I know there's quite a few of them playing club champs. That's why we don't have anything scheduled this week, because of that. I'm going to throw that question to you, Andre. What is your PB?
Also at Beaconwood, 83.
Oh, the Masters last year?
So that's correct, yes. So definitely my aim is to get more in the 80s. I don't do that often enough. Definitely got the potential, but it's also getting rid of the silly mistakes. There's so many of them, so just getting rid of that, and I'll be there. So that's the plan.
Nice. Jacomin, how far away are you from 72?
I'm very close. It's not long, then I'm going to beat George.
You're right there.
Yes.
Can't you hear me?
My PB is 79.
79. Okay, cool.
I could have
Where
shot
was it?
78. No, not Modderfontein. Huddle Park.
Where is it?
Huddle Park.
Huddle. Okay.
And I made a bogey on the last hole, so it could have been a 78. Left the putt in the mouth. That was the day where Donnie and myself had a quick round of golf. Donnie shot 8 under his handicap.
Oh yeah.
And I shot 8 under my handicap
Yes.
together. We were just walking, having a chat. Then we got to like 3 holes to go, and I'm like, "Bree, I can do this.
We can do it.
We can do it." Donnie was already like, oh, I can blow out all the holes, and I'm going to shoot 78. It doesn't really matter. Thanks, Donnie.
I like it.
Very good, everybody. Well, that's it for the show today. Thank you for watching. Hansi says 75, best for me at Umfuleni. Also a very good score. Yes, one day. Yes, a lot has to go right for me to shoot 75. I can tell you that much. Anyway, one more story I'm going to relate to you, because this reminds me of George.
Yeah.
It might just be a bit better, but it gives George some... I'm doing some work with Ricky Hendler, who plays on the Sunshine Tour. He's injured at the moment, a bit of a shoulder thing. And I was having a chat to him today over lunch, and I said, tell me your story of golf. He started playing golf when he was 18 years old. He's now 28 or 29, right? And he is a mainstay feature on the Sunshine Tour. Within 10 years, he went from an 18 to playing on the Sunshine Tour. He's been playing on the Sunshine Tour for 4 years already. Let me just add that. So he went through the Bushveld, Big Easy, so on and so on to get to the Sunshine Tour. But so basically, in 6 to 7 years, he went from starting to getting onto a tour. There you go, George. It's possible.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I love it.
I just
Can you
looked at
meet
it.
this guy?
I kind of half puked in my mouth when he told me this. And I was like, I'm out of here. I can't listen to this shit. I mean, no, I'm done. I'm going to go sit at that table. Very interesting. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next Thursday at Irene.
Thank you.
Appreciate you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
There will be a show next week. Yes, there will be a show next week because there's a lot happening. Thursday to look forward and Michalis to look forward. Other than that, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. And enjoy the rest of your week, everybody. If you are in town and you want to come to the Joburg Open, you should come watch some of the best players around and see how they go about taming that course. I must say, a lot of them say it's one of the best courses that they play. There we go.
I think it is. I believe so.
Cool. Bye.
Lekker. Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
This one.
Cheers, everyone.